Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you my build for the QAV250. I'm not going to so much focus on the build of the QAV250 because there's so many videos out there today on the build. What I am going to focus on though, that I don't see any instructions or very little instructions on out there today, is regarding the JR transmitter system that I will be using in this case, which is the JR XG14. The reason I am using this transmitter is because I've been using this transmitter for a couple years now. However, I've had JR transmitters for a long time because I'm a pilot for radio control helicopters. And for a long time, the JR transmitter has been a popular choice for helicopters. But since this is for the quad build, and I did not want to do a breakout cable with the receiver, JR has this ability to do XBUS. Now I've been using XBUS for since I got this transmitter, and with all my gyro systems that I have in my helicopter, and it's great. I love it because it's one wire or one servo wire, and it supports all my gyro systems that I have today in my helicopters. But there's some differences. You know, we have the Futaba XBUS, and Free Sky has their version, and the difference is the way you wire it. In this case, I'm using a NAZE32 acro board, and on the Futaba in Free Sky, as you look here, you can see my ground wire and my power wire, and then pin 1. Pin 1 for the Futaba guys, and for the Free Sky, that's where they put their signal wire. Now, Futaba, you also have to have an XBUS converter. From everything that I read, I don't know for sure. But with this build and the system that I'm using, you do not. With the JR radios, you do not have to have a converter. However, what you do need to do that's different is you need to still put the ground, and you still need to put the power in the first 2 pins here. And then the rest of the pins, which are your channel pins, on the top here, we won't use any of them. For the JR signal, we need to use pin number 4, not pin 1 like you do with Free Sky or the XBUS. So solder a servo lead onto pin number 4, and the first 2 pins for your ground and for your power. Now, I am going to be mounting this onto the quad. It's a nice little control board. But what's even more important, the reason that I like this, and since I tested this already, I know it works as far as in the computer software. The computer software that I will be using will be CleanFlight. And CleanFlight does have the ability to pick the XBUS protocol. The receiver that I'm going to be using for this build is this little receiver right here. And this receiver is the RG612BX. And the reason I'm using this receiver versus the 7-channel receiver, which has a hard case, is primarily for the size. You know, as you notice, I can put this receiver pretty much anywhere on this quadcopter just because of the size. And this little receiver here supports XBUS, which is on this side here. So we're going to connect this up. Connect this up, and we're going to put some power to it also. so that it'll be a build that looks like this. You know, one wire that's coming into my receiver, and that will communicate all the channels from this receiver to the NAZE32 board. What you need to do on the transmitter is you do need to set up the XBUS protocol, because there are two. And in the transmitter that we want to, or the protocol that we want to use, I'm going to go into my model, which is set up for QAV250. I'm going to scroll down using my function key, scroll down to my system list, and I am going to select XBUS, which is on page 3. I am going to make sure that that bus type is set to mode B versus mode A. Mode A is the JR proprietary protocol. Mode B is the protocol that works with just about every gyro in the helicopter industry that is out there today, which is an open standard. So we're going to pick mode B. Knowing that that's set, we're going to have our control board all wired up, basically one wire, into this receiver that's going to have power. And now what I'm going to do is connect this up to clean flight, and we'll get this working with the transmitter, so that I will have throttle, yaw, pitch, and roll, and my switches all working in clean flight. So with that, I'm going to pause this video so that I can go into the computer and connect this up to clean flight, and then I'll walk you through the process of how to set up clean flight for XBUS. Thanks for watching.